What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Neg Entropy Chronicles. It is time for us to keep it funky and get right into it. This is about Joe Rogan responding to the video that came out. Shout out to NDIRE for releasing it, because I wanted to see what he had to say towards it and see the contradictory aspect of what we got going on in society, with Whoopi Goldberg being suspended for 2 weeks for not even saying an offensive word, but saying that it wasn't about race and it was more about inhumane things being done to a human being or human beings. Well, she got spanked for that. And now you have this compilation that came out, and everybody's got their different reactions towards it. Me personally, he's too old to say that, thinking that if he spoke with it in context, then it would make sense. Bro, you too old. Like, I like what he does. I like his comedy. I like his commentary on the UFC. I've caught a couple of his podcasts, and I didn't see anything wrong with it. He's a very knowledgeable guy. But to play, even in this regard, like, I didn't know, as long as it was in context, I should be all right. And I haven't used it in years. You're 54. When you were using it, you were in your 40s, early 40s, which means that you were still old enough to know that you shouldn't even be playing with that word. But let's listen to the video so you can get an idea what he's getting at, all right?
There's a video that's out that's a compilation of me saying the N-word. It's a video that's made of clips taken out of context of me of 12 years of conversations on my podcast, and it's all smushed together, and it's horrible, even to me. Now, I know that to most people, there's no context where a white person is ever allowed to say that word, never mind publicly on a podcast. And I agree with that now. I haven't said it in years, but for a long time, when I would bring that word up, like if it would come up in conversation, instead of saying the N-word, I would just say the word. I thought as long as it was in context, people would understand what I was doing. Like, that context was part of the clip we were talking about Red Fox, how Red Fox said that word on television in the 1970s, and how times have changed so much since then. Or about how Richard Pryor used it as one of the titles of one of his albums. Or I was quoting a Lenny Bruce bit, or I was quoting a Paul Mooney bit, or I was talking about how Quentin Tarantino used it repeatedly in Pulp Fiction.
And he makes a very good point there. I'm tired of seeing movies, even with movie period pieces or whatever. Why do they have, like, Quentin Tarantino is one who really likes to hammer that N-word in. And people can be like, yeah, there's some good movies when you're watching them, but why is it that he revels in using it? I just don't get it. I'm surprised ain't nobody checked him on it either.
Or I was talking about how a Netflix executive, ironically, used it because he was trying to compare it to another offensive word, and he said it out loud, and they fired him. Not calling anybody or just saying the word out loud. I was also talking about how there's not another word like it in the entire English language, because it's a word where only one group of people is allowed to use it, and they can use it in so many different ways. Like, if a white person says that word, it's racist and toxic, but a black person can use it, and it could be a punchline. It could be a term of endearment. It could be lyrics to a rap song. It could be a positive affirmation. It's a very unusual word.
And see, therein lies the contradiction of the word. It's so funny to me that people of other races want to use it so bad, even though black folks are like, yo, stay away from it. Don't even waste your time with it. And then they still have to find a way to use it. You would almost imagine that they would be unintelligent people if they could not find an alternative word to use besides the N-word. Like, it's not difficult. You know what I'm saying? Hey, what's up, my aunt? You ain't got to say, what's up, my... Hey, what's up, bro? Hey, what's good, fam? Hey, homie, how you doing? There are plenty of words in the English language that work. But yet, some reason, we really struggle with this idea that they just struggle with the idea that they can't use it. Maybe it's an entitlement, because you can't use it. Now I have to find a reason to use it. You get what I'm saying? I don't understand it, but if you want to see the full video, it's on World Star Hip Hop. But it's just, we got to get to a point where we can understand that, yeah, he apologized, all of that, but there is a clear contradiction in how people can use that word in any format they want. And it might be a slap on the wrist. Like I heard, or I read an article where they took like 70 of his shows off from the podcast, from Spotify, but the homie has done thousands of hours worth of stuff, so it's not like y'all hurting him. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, hey, he explained it, I would say, in a very intelligent manner, but people who don't even say anything about a specific race, they said, just let's not make it about race, got suspended. Now you can say, well, it's based on the platform that they're on. True, it is also based on the platform that they're on, but the idea that at the time a 40-year-old man tried to say, well, I'd have thought under the context, like he ain't watched television, he ain't know that black folks have been saying, yo, don't use the word. It just boggles me. I just don't understand. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments section. Be on the lookout for more videos. All right, everybody? Peace.